Can the buyer put the video on?
Buyer?
Yes, my video is on.
Excellent.
Okay,
Thank
Ivan,
you.
are you ready?
Can I just double check something? First,
Okay.
I think there's some confusion for me. The timing will start when? When will the timing start?
When you start to, I think you have to start now.
Oh, okay, but I think there's no video from my buyer.
There is your video, there's the buyer, Miss Sang Lee.
Okay, I saw. All right, can.
Yeah, you
Ben-
probably have to. Yeah, you probably have to like click on my like name so that you can like see my video on your screen.
Okay, can I pin ready? All right. I'm ready to start.
Okay, so are you ready to start? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Good afternoon, Miss Singli. How are you?
Hey, good afternoon. I'm good. Busy with back-to-back meetings today. How about you?
I see. I'm good too. Have you had your lunch? I just came back from my lunch as well.
Yeah, I had like a very light lunch because I only have like 15 minutes between my meetings today. So yeah.
Okay, understand. All right, Miss Cindy, is it all right if I share screen? Then I summarize the previous meeting I had with Mr. Chris.
Yeah, sure, that'll be great.
Okay, can. Okay, so wait. All right. So Miss Cindy, can you see
It's loading, I think.
Okay, you give me a moment. I think it's a bit lagging right now. So okay, okay, yes. Is it okay now?
Yes, I can see it now.
Apologies for the technical issues. Okay.
No worries.
All right, so I shall start now, okay? So, Missing, I'm Ivan, and I'm actually a representative of Salesforce. So, a little bit more about my company. So, we are a leader in philanthropy, culture, and innovation, and these are the recognized awards that we actually won. On top of that, these are the recognized companies that we actually work with, and they even have testimonials written on our website as well. And we are actually working with more than 150 companies where we are growing their business together with us because we believe that we will prioritize their customers because we believe that when we grow our clients' customer, we are growing ourselves as well. Okay, so these are some of the past successes we have in the sportswear industry because just now those I show you may not be so relevant in terms of the sportswear industry at the moment, but these are the sportswear industry, the recommendation or what are the comments they actually give us. So we actually help them to win more customers by understanding their customers' needs and concerns. Then we deliver the integrated shopping experience that their customers want. And we also increase the sales managers and reps efficiency in their everyday work as well. Then we also increase the accuracy of the forecast and estimation using AI. On top of that, a little bit more about myself. So my priority is always a client's interest and trust. And I look forward to establishing deep, meaningful relationship with my clients. And on top of that, I'm also result-oriented, driven, and credible as well. So this is the testimonial written by some of the industries that will be relevant to you. As you can see, I have highlighted here the CSO of Puma and GM of Cotton On. Okay, so looking at this sales funnel, right, that time I was like telling Ms. Reese and Mr. Murai and even Mr. Chris that what we do here, right, we not just be there for you at the pre-stage or the main stage, we are there for you throughout the whole stage, from the awareness all the way to the loyalty, where we will help you to sieve all your customers throughout this whole funnel and retain loyalty for you. Okay, so here are also some of the benefits that I brought up to Mr. Chris during the previous meeting. So we will help you by using Salesforce, you can attract more buyers using personalized marketing, which is what your company wanted. And we can help you to win more customers by understanding their needs and concerns, deliver the amazing shopping experience that they want, and respond faster to your customer support issue. And of course, we automate all the time-consuming tasks by building customized app for you guys. So these are the challenges we have identified for the sportswear industry, and those highlighted here are actually what brought up by your head of sales and even head of ASEAN, Mr. Chris. He mentioned that these are the crucial challenges that you guys want to overcome, which is also why we are here to offer the solution to help you out in this as well. So, okay, in terms of solution, right, before I go on, right, so Salesforce is actually ranked number 1 for the CRM application based on last year's revenue and market share. So I believe that Mr. Chris last meeting has mentioned to me that there are some issues that they face when he used Oracle or Microsoft. So these are the 3 key concerns that he have. But I'm here to reassure you that if you were to use Salesforce, all this wouldn't be an issue for you. So this is the proposed features that we have for your company. And those highlighted in blues, right, are actually the exact features that Mr. Chris has mentioned that he would like to see in the app if we were to develop it for him as well. So those highlighted in blue cater to what you guys need and want, and will solve all your problem and help your company to grow at a faster speed as well. Okay, so this is the brief infographic or dashboard that Mr. Chris mentioned that he would like to see. So here's a sample for you. Okay, so before we go on to the pricing and terms of contract, right? Listen, is it all right if I ask you a few questions and take down notes at the same time?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so can I just know, right, how many users are we looking at right now? And in terms of the contract term, how many years are we looking at? Or like, do we have any figures in mind right now?
Yeah, good question. So currently we have around 200 users. And the second question is related to the contract, right?
It's like,
of course, this is like, to be very honest with you, this is gonna be like my first time actually carrying out such a huge transformation in the digital team. And I have spoken to my head of IT. I've spoken to like a few business users as well. I think we all agree that we want some flexibility. We are looking for like a short-term contract, probably I would say like 1.5 years to like 2 years for now. The reason why is also we want to have like a periodic evaluation of how the performance is, whether my users are happy using it, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna only just me using Salesforce, but also like the rest of the company as well. So their feedbacks, their reception is gonna be the KPI as well for me, like of how or like when or like how long should I continue the contract with Salesforce? Yeah.
Understand, Ken. Okay, so back to this, right? Okay, so in terms of all these features that I have over here, which was also mentioned by Mr. Chris, those in blacks are actually what we analyze for your business and thought that is compulsory for your business and can assist your business to grow faster. Can you take a look and let me know if all this resonates with you and do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, like these are great features, right? I mean, on the paper, this is exactly what my company needs. But again, like going back to my earlier response, like I really feel that it's really going back to like, for example, like user-friendly and user's guide. I think for someone like pretty tech-savvy as me, it's gonna be quite easy for me to transition. But I'm aware that some of our colleagues are not as tech-savvy, and it's really also about them. Yeah.
Okay, in regards to the tech-savvy issue or the user-friendly, right, you can be rest assured because I have actually assured Ms. Chris, Mr. Chris as well that we will make it user-friendly and provide user guides as well for your employees because we understand that when you come to, as much as we being in the tech industry, we are tech-savvy, right, there are people who are not so well-versed in terms of the application. So what we want to do is that we want to make the tech usable and very friendly for our clients because if we develop something that's very complicated, then there's no point for it as well. So we will, on top of this, other than user guides, right, we will actually have 24/7 support team always stand by ready to support you guys. So I hope that reassures you in terms of the user-friendly side.
Yeah, I mean, tech support is one thing. I'm just wondering as well, now that you mentioned this point, will you guys be providing any training session, enablement sessions for my users to slowly learn about how to use Salesforce?
Yes, of course we do. Okay, so other than like tutorial videos that we mentioned, right, we will also be providing physical training because it's more personal. But due to the pandemic restriction, we will have to work along the safety measures. So, but to answer your question, yes, we will actually provide training for your employees because we believe that our customers is not just you, but your customers and your employees as well. So what we want to do is to deliver effective training to make sure that your employees are well versed with this technology that we have as well, so that can deliver even better result for you.
Okay, understood.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think going back to my
Yeah.
question earlier as well, because you asked me about the duration of contract. I was just wondering like how easy it is actually to drop off. Say like if I sign the contract for like 2 years, how easy for me to just plug off the contract if I don't find the software actually beneficial for my company?
Okay, so in terms of this, right, what I would like to propose to the client is why not, instead of thinking of drop off, why not let's set a KPI that we are both companies are agreeable on, or like what are the goals that you have, which is what I wanted to ask you after that. So maybe you can like give us a sense of like what is the KPI or the goals that the reasonable and the achievable goals that you want to achieve. Then we use that as the benchmark. Suppose if we achieve it, would it be reasonable with you that we extend the contract because we are able to deliver without giving the value as well?
Yeah, for sure. But again, it's
Yeah.
also about the cost, right? Because
Yeah.
everything is about the ROI. I need to be able to like, like get back to my management team and tell them this is our ROI and to justify the cost that we're going to spend. It's a huge investment as what Mr. Chris has told me on a rough idea. This is like how much it's going to cost. And I'm very aware that we also have a limited budget. I'm not sure whether Mr. Chris has told you about that. So in terms of the KPI that you asked earlier, if you don't mind going back to like a few slides earlier, but you talk about the different things that we want to achieve, I think that's a good slide to like summarize essentially what our KPIs are. Yeah, like this one, for instance, like attract more buyers. Of course, by next year, we do have a vision to actually increase our conversion rate of the leads by 75%. At this point of time, we can't reveal you the number of our current conversion, but we want to have like 75% growth. And in terms of increasing our revenue or our customer base as well, because again, it's not just about winning new customers. It's also about expanding our footprints, right, of our existing customers. So I think it's more, it's both sides of things. Besides just winning more customers, also retaining the customers. So for retention, for instance, at this point, I understand that we are running at around 85% of retention rate. But of course, the higher the better, right? So we do have an ambitious goal to achieve 99% retention rate by the end of next year. And I'm also wondering like how Salesforce can help us to achieve that. And I think in terms of, again, like delivering amazing shopping experience, this is going back to like the NPS score, like the Net Promoter Score and our customer satisfaction. Again, I can't really give you like the current state of those metrics because it's kept by like the head of operations. But of course, I can give you like specific KPIs that I want to achieve. But more importantly is really how much the cost per service, right? Like if I am servicing my user, how much does it cost and does it justify like the amount that they spend on my website currently?
Understand. All right, Miss Singh, is it all right if I just check with you one last thing before I go to the price? So in terms of price and budget, you mentioned that there's a limited budget that you guys are looking at, right? Do you mind if I ask like what is the estimated budget that you guys are looking at?
Sure. So our budget again is not approved yet.
Yes.
What I had in mind is actually to based on your pricing, I will then submit the budget proposal. But of course, in previous discussion, I'm pretty sure Mr. Chris told you about our also exploration with Microsoft and Oracle and a few other competitors. And they were quoting us a very like competitive price, right? I think they're giving us quotation at around like 250,000 USD. I feel that's very reasonable, especially when we have 200 users. And again, this is gonna be like a contract of 2 years. So I think for now, I will say like around 250,000 USD. But again, if you can give me like a better pricing, or you can like justify the ROI, I'll be glad to listen to your proposal as well.
Understand. All right. So in terms of pricing, right, this is the pricing that sales house have to offer. So as you can see, the price is most people will say that it's a bit steep. So, but if we were to look at a daily basis, right, actually, if we look at more than 150, it's only 450 per day per user. And on top of that, because of the solutions that we have actually proposed for you, I would actually recommend you to take on this marketing package, which is only 125 per day. So this package, right, will actually help you to achieve your goal of personalized marketing, right, in the field of area that your customers want. On top of that, we also discuss about the contract terms. Of course, because to me, right, when I establish a relationship with a client, I don't see this as a one-time thing. I would like to deliver value to my clients as long as possible and as much as possible. Okay, so when look at this price, right, I understand that you may feel that it's a bit costly. Am I correct?
Yeah, I was very shocked because it's like per user per month, and even like the budget for like a month, for example, like for 200 users, it already exceeded my budget for a year. So I'm not sure like how are you gonna reconcile this, right?
Okay. So that's why I asked you that's why I was asking the previous question. Miss Ling, can I just ask, right, what do you think of our proposed solution? Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but it's really just like words on the paper. Like it's
Yeah.
really about like
So,
how we experience the solution later when we implement that.
I mean, I get where you're coming from because there's no credible evidence right now. So this is what I thought. So maybe I can just promise these results to you. So maybe we can, like what I mentioned just now, like we were working around the idea of why not let's just try probably a 2 years contract. If we were to able to deliver such results, and of course we can continue working on this based on what you think should be included, such as customer retention, conversion as well, which you mentioned earlier. We come up with this KPI. Then once we achieve the results, you can extend the contract with us. And missing when you sign the contract, right? Just visualize this. You are not only just signing the contract for the value and the solution that we are offering you, you are also signing off and you are getting my commitment to your business. To me, I personally believe that my customers' clients is also my clients. And what I can do is every day, whether I eat, whether I shit, whether I sleep, whatever I do, every minute, every second, your customer's priority will be in my mind. And I will make sure that I'll do all I can, whatever it takes, to make sure that I hit the KPI for you, so as to show you the sincerity and how much we truly want to value add to you and solve this solution for you, and how much we want to continue this partnership with you in the long run as well. So
I mean, like these promised results are really great. I mean, this is like more than I hoped for. I was just wondering, can you include like all these clauses in the contract as well, like to promise these results? And if not, then there'll be like some penalty.
penalty wise, what kind of penalty are you looking at? Let's just talk about it.
Because of course, like if I were to justify the budget, right? This is really like beyond like what is available currently in the finance team. Just to be very frank with you, a few weeks ago, there's like another competitor that came to us with the proposal of 280,000 USD, and it's straight away rejected by the finance team. So just to give you like an overview of what the finance team will actually accept. So, I mean, I'm just wondering if I can have these results printed and signed in the contract. And with this, it means that I can get like all these things that you promised me by the end of next year. If not, then of course there'll be like a legal matter being like involved, right? Because this is what you can promise me apparently.
Okay, then is it possible? Okay, then now that we mentioned about this, how about let's say, would it be more reasonable with you if let's say you sign with us and we don't produce the result, we return you whatever you've invested with us with at a certain premium? Okay, the reason why I say this is also because Miss Cindy, yes, I agree that our pricing is more steep as compared to the other competitors, but we have to understand that the reason, okay, let's just go with this logic. Do you agree that the most expensive soccer player in the world would be the most expensive?
Yeah, I mean, the most expensive one is the most expensive.
Yes. Okay, so the same analogy applies here, but the difference is that on top of that, for every dollar that you invest,
Sorry, the time is up.
sorry, how much?
Okay. Thank you, Ivan. Can you leave the room?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so